But let's talk about this idea here about cardio burning calories, right? So we have one concept, and again, some of this may be familiar to you guys, but we'll also go through some new stuff here pretty soon. So let's debunk this idea that cardio burns calories. We just went on that hike, and it was freaking amazing. Yes, Stacy, it was just beautiful. It was challenging, going down. It was because we were going down towards the river. It was a slight downward angle, so it wasn't as challenging going down. You're climbing over rocks. There's all these different rope obstacles. It was really, really fun, and it was a really good test of some functional fitness and mobility and stuff like that. We got down to the bottom, and we had a drink, smoked a cigar, just kind of hung out for a little bit, ate some snacks, and then we made our way back up. And it was even more fun going up those obstacles until we got to the last part of it, which was this trek that led to the parking lot. It's like this death march, and it's this loose gravel, and it was really hot. And by the time we got done with this hike, we were just freaking exhausted. And it took us from 8 in the morning until about 2 p.m. I think we got back to the cars around maybe 1:30 or 2 or something like that. Right. So that was a pretty much all day thing. And I'm sitting there thinking about this talk and trying to make this argument for how, most people think the more exercise they can do, the better because it's burning calories. But here we did this thing from 8 to 2. What is that? 6 hours almost? Yeah, 6 hours. And I guarantee you, none of us felt like we lost a bunch of body fat doing a 6 hour, movement deal. Okay. So, cardio is just not, if you're looking to optimize the amount of time that you spend on different things and get bang for buck, cardio is not the place to do it. Okay. Now, if you enjoy running and that's just something that makes you happy, that's fine. But I want to make a couple arguments here for this idea. The first one is caloric compensation. And basically what caloric compensation says is, number one, the extra energy that you use during working out is not much more. It's not significant compared to not doing anything at all. All right. And almost always that's going to be offset by this desire to consciously or unconsciously change your behavior to compensate for that activity. So again, if I take that hike, for example, by the time we got done with that thing, man, all I wanted to do was nothing. All I wanted to do was go home and lay down and relax and have a drink and eat. All right. So I'm already starting to consciously and unconsciously change my activity. So the more you exercise, the more you unconsciously and consciously compensate by being less active. So for a day after that, like I just did not feel like doing anything. I was spent. All right. So again, if we are burning a little bit more energy during a workout, it's not significant. And whatever it is, we're compensating consciously and unconsciously by being less active. And then we also compensate by consciously and unconsciously eating a little bit more. All right. Now, consciously, we might do this because we want to reward ourselves after a really good workout. I remember I used to do this all the time. This would be my time that I want to go get my pastry or have my big bowl of pasta or something like that. Like I feel like I deserve it. Well, there I just undid whatever extra calories that I burned. But at an unconscious level, your body is always going to respond by making you hungrier based on your physical activity. So the extra calories you burn from exercising more is insignificant and offset by this idea of compensation. Okay. Now, I hope that makes sense because that's just the first part of our argument. Caloric compensation is particularly relevant when one's exercise pattern is chronic because a depleted body will become even more inclined to consume additional calories, store them as fat, and conserve energy in a way possible throughout the day, in every way possible throughout the day. And basically what we're saying here is that if I am chronically exercising with this intent to try to burn calories, I am chronically compensating. And then also my body is trying to respond to all this activity by making me super tired and making me store energy more because it thinks that we have this need to work out all the time. So, this is one of the graphics we covered before. This is in our guide, but really all you need is 1 hour of dedicated, deliberate working out. And then you just want to stay active the majority of the time. Now we're going to talk about what these different organs and pictures here mean, but I want to talk about the second piece of this.